And we're back.
And we're back.
All right.
Who are you people?
Welcome back to our wonderful adventure, part 2.
A wonderful beer-filled table.
Yeah. My knees
Party foul.
rolled a natural 20 on the table, and I spilled Barbarossa's beer everywhere. So that was glorious. Unfortunately, due to unexpected circumstances, we have lost Amgil for the evening.
Nope.
But hopefully he will join us once again soon.
My mic stand rolled a nat 1 on the dexterity check. Fell off the fucking table.
Fell off the fucking table.
So we'll go ahead and continue right where we left off. So we left off, and you guys were
In chains.
You guys stopped in front of our Voxana, and first thing that you notice, and the guardsmen and their crew come up, manacle you from head to toe, and now you're in chains, viewing the door open to Market Row of our Voxana, and you proceed moving in. So now you guys are moving in a line. We'll say that Farbaros is heading the line, followed by Ursus, Nefzer, Amgil, Avilius, and Oscar in the back. You have sets of guards on each side of you, surrounding you. So you're being heavily escorted
Feels like we're being
through the city.
Feels like we were wanted for something.
Go ahead and everyone make a perception check for me.
Okay.
As you're entering Market Row.
Holy
That one?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're cursed. Fuck.
wow! Right off the bat.
5. So
Natural
7.
20.
7
Nat
in
20,
total.
okay.
I rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
14.
All right. Well,
Bad.
most of you are blocked. Your vision is blocked or obscured by the
I'm just staring at the gate.
random windows. As you're walking past the gate, Avilius is just staring at it. It's like, oh, wood. And Nefzer, you're actually getting a nice view of the city as your compatriots are kind of blocked in. Distracted by their surroundings. Most of you, of which haven't been into Arvoxana, with the exception of Avilius and actually Ursus, you've been to Arvoxana before. So the particular entrance you're in is the southern entrance of the city, and as I said, you're entering Market Row, which is just a giant, illustrious, Y-shaped market that... So as you enter the city, it's a strip of different stalls and shops along... it's something similar to what you saw in Tamiltown, but on a much larger scale. It's a very commerce and very heavy trafficked area in Arvoxana. There's
Wish I could go into
many
the
different
stalls,
stands of people, selling furs, foods. You'd see different cooking stalls open. Various different types of culture here. You see, many tieflings, humans, elves, all coercing together. Not very, probably sparingly, the occasional gnome here and there, but nothing.
Are there any other dwarves?
You don't notice anything in particular. You did roll a 14, but you don't see any dwarves. But Nefzer, you rolled the nat 20, and you don't see any dwarves in Arvoxana. None that you're passing by.
Racist towards the short people.
What you also notice is that as you're being escorted by this entourage of guards, you're do you see the occasional turn of head and people whispering to each other? You pick up some as you walk close to a group of about 2 or 3 humans. You hear them whisper, "Oh, they got another group, didn't they? Yeah, I wonder." And then that's all you hear as you walk by. So you guys are led to the end of the market, and it splits off in a Y shape. To the right of the Y shape, you see more stalls, shops. To the left, you see about maybe 50 feet, about more shops, but then you see more like residential heading to the left. So they actually take a right of the Y shape, and you continue down Market Row. You're being escorted by these guards just through the Market Row, and you're walking probably for the better part of 15-20 minutes, just getting through all these shops until you reach the Y shape ends, and then it's into this big central plaza. Now, this central plaza, the ground is made of, again, similar marble stone that you saw in the cave when you fought the cultists. But it's inlaid and painted different colors. You notice the familiar colors of purple and gold. And they're alternating bricks throughout this plaza of purple and gold. One of the guards turn over to you, Farborough, since you're in front. Do you know where we're going?
No.
Good. Turns to you. Keeps walking.
Can I whisper to my bag? It's like, hey, rat, can you do anything?
The bag does nothing.
Oh.
No, he's dead.
Is
Do
he
I-
dead?
Huh?
Is the rat dead?
The rat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you said, can my bag do something?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. My apologies. You whisper to the rat, go ahead and make a stealth check. See if one of the guards notice.
Oh my god, that was a natural 20, Ken.
I vote. I roll for loaded dice. No.
Oh, okay.
Loaded
Oh,
dice.
I rolled a 20.
What is happening? None of the guards adjacent to you notice. You whisper to your rat, and what did you say to it?
Hey, can you do anything to unlock these bands?
Quick, not the
He-
metal.
He pokes up from your pocket. It just looks at you.
Well, you tried.
Do you want to direct it to do something?
Try to, like, use my face, like, hey, the
So you're pointing towards a lot. Make an animal handling check.
Roll for a ball
17.
check.
Check.
17. Okay.
That's a 2.
So you
2 for balls.
2 balls.
right.
I rolled an 18. It's the other,
So,
other one.
you kind of point towards the manacles that are around your wrists, and the rat seems to understand and then proceeds to crawl on your arm. I'm gonna make a stealth check for the rat, actually. So as this is happening, and wait, hold on. I mean, I have to roll for the guard too. Yeah, he sees it. So as your rat pops out of your pocket and tries to slowly make its way towards the manacle, the guard turns and goes, ah!
Oh,
And then he
shit!
reaches down,
Oh,
grabs
rat!
it, grabs the rat, and he's like, oh, this filth, and he tosses it.
Tom, no!
Tosses the rat.
Tom,
and it
no!
just goes flying. Rip.
Rest in rat.
I just say,
Further into the city.
Filthy.
oh.
Brilliant guy.
But then suddenly, you feel a rustle in your pocket.
He comes back.
The rat's back in your pocket.
Is that a rat in your
Get
pocket? Are you happy to see me?
The rat's like, I'll do it again.
Try again.
You're gonna try again. Okay. Make a stealth check for the rat. That was better. Perception check for the guard. So you motion the rat to try again, and this time the guard's like, oh my god, and he's turned away. Doesn't notice. This time the rat starts crawling down your arm familiarly again, and starts kind of nosing into the manacles, but it's a rat. It can't really do anything.
Oh, if it was
Rats eat everything. You have no idea.
if it was rope, it
Although,
probably could.
Oscar, you do notice that your hand manacles aren't clamped down. They are not locked. So the manacles are still on you right now, but you do notice that they are locked. That's with that natural 20 you rolled earlier.
I'll follow along for now.
Okay.
You mentioned the guard asked him if he knew where we were going. Do I know where we're going?
So the direction that you guys are going, based on the direction and the direction that you're heading towards in the plaza, you're headed towards the King's Keep.
Hold on. So,
Okay.
At least we're not going to the
are we
dungeon.
still in this plaza though?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're in the central plaza right now. So the Y shape spits you out to the center of the plaza as you guys walk and proceed into the center of the plaza.
Is the boar with me too?
Huh?
Is the boar with me?
No, the boar is not
Bacon's
currently
gone.
with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
The boar shows up in your pocket.
Thank God it wasn't the elk.
Roll for elephant.
If it was an 8, it would have been an elk.
Oh. What would I do
Hell
with an
yeah.
elk? That would be fun.
Anyway, so sorry, I was thinking something else. Anyway, so as you're proceeding forward to the center of the plaza, you are currently walking towards what appears to be it's where they hang people.
The gallows.
Hell
The
yeah.
gallows.
Oh.
That's that place for the hang people. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I couldn't remember. I thought the gallows were like the ones where you sit in.
That's a
No,
guillotine.
gallows
It
is.
Hold on. So we
No,
went.
Oh,
those
no,
are,
the gallows where you get locked. And
Yeah,
you get...
and your like wrists and your
that's-
head.
No,
we
that's
came
something
into the
else.
south gate, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Came
that's
through the
right.
south gate.
So
It
we're-
starts with an S.
So we went Y into a plaza.
So
are we going straight
market,
north?
Just to reiterate, the market row goes north because you entered from the south gate. You have the markets on each side. Eventually, after a bit of time going forward, it then splits off in 2 directions in a Y shape, left or right. You guys made a right to the Y shape, and then the Y. Now, after going I'll say maybe about 100, 200 feet, then opened up into this very large plaza.
And are we still moving north? Or?
It's more like northeast now, since you hit that Y shape.
So is this
To a gallow area.
Yeah, so you're walking towards it. However, you walk right past it, and you're continuing north,
God, thank God.
northeastward towards the King's Keep.
about to flip some
How far
tables?
The King's Keep is probably well, as you're walking, you walk past the gallows and you notice a road that continues actually straight north now, and so it veers off northward. So you enter this street and walk down it, and now you notice the buildings are actually getting a lot nicer as you're continuing northward. So you get the sense that this is the better part of the city, Avilia. So you've actually been here quite often with some friends of yours, with some escapades that you've have your memory come back. Barry goes, I remember that time. Do you remember that time?
Oh, damn right. I remember that time. How could I forget?
Yeah, I know. Wasn't it great?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. And so you continue northward until you reach an iron barred gate with 2 guards posted out front. As the entourage of guards approaches, the guard captain who's leading the front, Farbros, you see this as the guard captain is standing in front of you. He raises his hand up to the two guards. They're holding spears. They clamp down their spears, and the wrought iron gate begins to open.
Okay.
You guys proceed inside. Avilius, you know this as... Oh, what was the name I had? So this particular section of the city is called Alleyvale.
Silly.
Alleyvale.
Alleyvale.
Are we in an alley?
You are on the road.
Or are we in a vale?
Both.
Sweet.
Yes.
So now you notice that the cobblestone laid path, which was throughout the city, which had changed when you went through the plaza, is now turning into that same marble that you saw in the plaza, again inlaid with those purple and gold stones. They vary from each other stone, so it goes purple, gold, purple, gold, purple, gold. And you're noticing now some very well-dressed elven descent, half-elf, and some humans. Those are the only type of people that you're seeing are passing by you, and they're giving you they're like aghast, like total like stiffs, just like scoff at like the riffraff that just come into like this like ritzy part of the neighborhood, so to speak. You then proceed forward probably about another 400 feet or so, and then you reach what you're now approaching, that large spiral spire that you saw from the outside of the gate.
The tallest building that we saw.
Tallest building.
Okay.
With the flat building at the top of it, and it spirals upwards. And the guards all stop you. Prisoners walk the steps, and so you notice a drawbridge draws down, moat beneath, and you notice a set of spiral stairs, stone stairs, nothing too fancy. Climb to the top, all of you.
Can you make an elevator for God's sakes? We have to climb all these?
You do.
Oh, you.
So they send 2 guards, one in front of you, one behind you,
Great.
To
My
walk
short
this-
legs weren't meant for this.
to start walking the steps for you. And the rest of the guards watch as the bridge closes, drawbridge, now are led up the stairs.
I'm in the back, right?
You are in the back, yes.
Yes.
You guys are walking for the better part of probably, considering it's a couple stories up, probably for the better part of 30 minutes.
All right. A couple stories is only 3.
You're walking slowly, though, and remember, you're connected together with manacles, so it takes a little bit for you guys to kind of...
It's a tall building.
Quit walking
it-
so fast.
Is it the manacles that connect your feet to your hands
Yeah.
and everything? Fuck.
Yeah,
We're gonna
so
be
you're
climbing
all
to the
connected
atmosphere.
together. It's total chain gang
But
right
mine
now.
aren't locked.
You're the only one who's noticed
yeah,
that.
I was gonna say no. We don't know that.
No one else knows that.
I know.
None of the guards noticed either.
Oh god, that means if we're all connected, it's the ones that go around your waist too, and you got like the 3 feet
You guys
behind.
are
Oh,
fully connected.
god damn.
Stop walking so fast.
Barbros is not happy. I'm
Oh,
wrapped.
Scar's
I'm
not
wrapped
happy.
in metal.
So
So
for
I
the better
got
part of
upstairs.
30 minutes, you guys
Not
are
happy.
climbing this spiral staircase. Your legs are burning. You guys are tired. You guys are just huffing and puffing. It is a treacherous climb.
Can I just turn to the guard behind me?
Are you serious?
Yes, just for a second.
As you're walking.
Yes, silly lad. Can we slow down a bit? My little dwarven legs weren't meant for stairs like this.
The guard unfazed. Move it.
Shut.
Oscar just kicks him.
So you guys are continuing up these steps.
Guys think he could have made an elevator?
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, all of you.
All of us?
Yeah.
2
Oh no.
plus whatever.
9.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh boy. Anyway.
9.
4 in total.
4,
18.
9, 18,
17.
17,
Fuck. Well, it was 9 too.
9. Okay. So you guys are just roughing it out. It's like we've walked the distance.
Just another Monday.
Yeah,
I got
I got this. Avilius just unfazed, talking to Barry the whole time. It's like he has no idea what's going on. He's like, okay, I'm cool. However, you three, from climbing these stretcher stairs, you guys all take a point of exhaustion.
Wow. No.
Who makes stairs as big without an elevator?
Shut up, your legs are longer.
What the hell is an elevator?
I think the elevators would exist.
my-
in-
No.
You guys can go 2 steps at a time. I'm going like half of one.
Or like a portal, maybe, to the top.
So after a total of about
that's
35
like a
minutes,
portal.
you finally reach the top. And as you reach the top, it then proceeds into a full... What?
That was it.
They're all just wheezing.
Oh, God.
You know what's funny? Since like 2 episodes ago, I forgot to uncheck unconscious, so I've been in unconscious. Like D&D has thought I've been unconscious for the last 4 weeks.
Small coma.
He's slightly
Sorry, I
you
just thought
guys-
that was funny.
You guys reach the top of the staircase. The guards, the guard who was standing, leading you through the front. Once he reaches the top, he stops at the top, moves to the side. You guys proceed up, and it flattens out into the platform that you saw from below ground. You guys, actually, it's quite open, so you can see out through the rest of the city. It is a gorgeous view overlooking the top of the city. You now get a look at the different districts. You
Oh,
see
it's a Kodiak moment.
You see an industrial. It really is.
Damn.
You see an industrial district. You see the same market row that you guys did. You see some residential housing, and then you see Alleyville just below. As you guys are led onto this flat platform.
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 You guys all make it up, and then the guard who was standing and climbing behind you
Sorry,
guys
platform,
then
you.
proceeds to stand at the side. Proceed to the gate.
What gate?
They turn and point towards they call it a gate, but it's really like a glorified door. Like, you know how like in Bossing Say, the Earth King had like a really nice door?
Oh.
Think of that,
Yeah.
but like purple and gold. So as soon as they point to the door, it and you hear like a really loud grinding sound. It opens into a purple carpeted and this appears to be a throne room. You proceed forward into this large, just over the top chamber. You see marble columns on each end as you're proceeding down. Again, the purple and gold lace carpet that leads you.
Carpet?
Yeah, it's a long. Think of it like a long rug, like rolling out the red carpet, basically.
Okay.
But purple and laced with gold. And then
like on the edges and stuff.
it goes about, I want to say 60 feet, and then it reaches a singular throne. And sitting upon the throne is the familiar face and crown and curly gray hair down to the shoulder of King Aurelian Voxana, familiar face you've seen before. But the demeanor is a little different.
Everybody chill. Everybody relax.
Avilius, you notice this first. Is very stern look on his face. Very almost cold. Just icy stare towards all of you. And there are 3 guards posted, 2 on one side, 1 on the other. And then actually, Avilius, behind King Aurelian Voxana, you see a familiar golden armored figure that you saw in the Tamil Wood standing behind King Voxana.
Person who dropped off the burlap sack.
Do you have another one?
So you all reach just before the throne. You notice there's a few steps to get up to it, so like a normal
God
throne
damn
that
it.
you'll see. And
I don't want to hear the word stairs ever again.
you're all standing in a line from Farbros to the left all the way to Oscar on the right.
Hi.
your chains are the guards approach you and your chains are adjusted so you don't get tangled up with each other. So you're standing left to right, now facing King Voxana, and King Voxana turns to the one guard on his right since he's facing towards you, and then the two guards on his left. Leave us. Tells them to the other to leave. They leave the chamber and the door behind them. A loud crash closes. And he's just staring at all of you. Do you say anything?
No.
What is the meaning of this?
Sorry, we're early. we're like what? 1 day early?
2 days.
2 days early.
You're 2 days early.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry, we're early. Didn't exactly have a choice.
The king looks over at you, Oscar. He smiles. You're a funny one. You're a funny one, my friend.
You think you could invest in something else? Getting up here?
That's what I'm here for.
And he turns behind to the golden armored person behind him. Don't be so formal. Remove your helm. She turns and shakes her head.
I thought that was a statue. Can I?
The figure removes the helmet and blonde hair falls down to probably below the shoulder. You see about a not quite middle age, but just before drow woman. And
What's Drow again? Oh, Dark Elf, basically. Right?
drow woman, and goes by the name of Raimi. And as instructed, she walks up towards each and every one of you, unlocks your manacles, gets to Oscar, and sees that his manacles are undone. She looks at you, gets real close to your face. Why didn't you run?
Too curious.
Takes off your manacle, undoes the one on your
Can
feet.
I roll to seduce? Roll for seduction.
What do you want to say to her?
Wow, I haven't met a beautiful. Damn, do you fuck? I haven't seen a beautiful woman like you in years.
She walks up to you, looks you straight in the eye, and spits on your face.
For fuck's sake! Wait, what? Wait, sorry, repeat yourself?
Oh, lad, now you know how I feel.
walks up to his face, spits in his face.
And I told you guys to chill.
Can I throw Tom at him?
Stop being thirsty.
Oh, lad, now you know how I
and
feel.
she speaks to you. No chance. Walks behind. Aurelian Voxana leans against the wall, and then turns her head like this, and she's just watching you. No.
What was her name?
Raimi.
Yeah, sorry, you mentioned
Raimi.
her a second ago.
No,
Raimi.
Raimi. So Reimi.
And is she like the
King's Guard.
Royal Guard?
Probably guard captain.
He turns to you. I apologize. This is Raimi Sion, spelled Saion. Sion. She is my royal guard, my personal, who I trust my life to, and I don't trust many with my life.
Was she the one that shot the arrows earlier?
You're a perceptive one.
She's a good shot.
She was a little off, though.
Well, for him,
She turns to you after hearing that, Oscar. Oh, believe me, if I wanted to hit you, I would have.
Wasn't me I was talking about. The arrows didn't come close to me.
No. But
wasn't-
she turns to you and still says that. If I
Ah.
wanted to hit you, I would have. So the
Hasn't changed a
king now stands up and no longer wearing the cloak. He's now dressed in very formal attire. He's wearing like what you would expect of royalty to wear. So a white like blouse-like shirt with like frills at the end of it, and a royal robe that's normal. How you imagine like a king's robe where it'd be red and white. However, instead the trim is gold, and the actual outer end of it is purple, so signifying the color. And then on his chest is a larger crest of Arvoxana, the same two lions with the sword facing down,
So what happened to the
and
weird
his
mage?
gold glinted crown atop his head.
What happened to the weird guy with the stick? Did they like lead him separately?
He's T-posing the whole time.
He's still standing there with you guys.
Okay.
He's just, and Amgil's not saying anything. He's just staring.
probably doesn't even know
You're
what's going on.
infected.
I know what you have.
And King Aurelian Voxana turns to you, Ursus. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you meeting me. I apologize for the display I had to put you on. Hope you can forgive me for that.
Do you have to walk up those stairs every day to get here?
He kind of laughs at you. Oh no. And he turns to
elevator.
he turns to Raimi, and she describes, "We have our wizards teleport us here."
Ah, you could have done that with me. My little
Another
legs.
next project to work on then.
We have to keep the illusion. I apologize. Thank you again for answering my call. Please, I don't believe I've known your names. I've caused you all this trouble, and turns to all of you. And what is your name?
Barbaros.
Okay, Ursus, of course, know you, and
Of course, maybe.
you.
Neff's here.
All right, and you.
Hello, I'm Avilius.
All right, and you. Dwarf.
I go by Oscar.
I see. Very well. I need you to do something for me. Again, I apologize for the charade, but my guards have grown weary of our agreement, and we're so close to achieving what we've wanted to for a long time. I understand that you got my note from Raimi days ago, yes?
Of course.
The other note. He's referring to the smaller parchment.
To the book.
Okay, so it is on. Of course.
Okay. So you brought them, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please. Do you have them with you?
Yes.
Okay. And so,
Hand him the tube.
okay. So he takes
Le
the
tube.
tube that held your
The
blueprints
blueprints.
inside, and he tilts it and slides the plans out. And Raimi, my table. Nods and
To the laboratory.
off for a bit, runs to the other chamber that's off to the far right. You notice a doorway, and she enters, exit, brings out a small wooden table. She places it in front of him. He lays out the plans and looks it over. How far are you from completing this?
I can't even say I've started putting it together yet.
I tell you, the Death Star will be operational.
The materials. Do you have what you need?
I wish I could say I did.
Rubs his chin for a bit and... very well. Okay. He rolls the plans back up, places it in the tube, caps it, hands it back to you. All right. I need something done for me. We need to make sure these plans are shared with my ally. These blueprints can very well change the tide in our favor of the... what I fear is upcoming event my guards have spoken of, and my fear and, must I say, paranoia is growing much upon me. He rubs
Can
his
I-
hands, and you can...
Kind of event are we speaking of?
What were
Can
you
I ask, does this have to do whatever was happening in Tamiltown?
He looks at you and... No, not quite. We've sent forces to the town of Tamil in hopes to bolster their defensive. It's a poor town, but their farms are very critical in what we do, and I'm afraid battle may be upon us yet. My guards speak of whispers from traders and merchants coming in from the city, and I fear our relations with our sister ring, and he's referring to the secondary ring of RCL. We've lost communication with them for quite some time and haven't heard much information. The other kings of the land really haven't spoken to me much as of late, and my fears can only lead to the worst unless I hear something from them.
Neff's here. Do you still have those documents from the cart? I have those documents. I'll pull them out. Oh. Yeah, I have these documents.
He waves to Raimi, and she grabs them.
There you go.
King's seal. And she unfurrows them. Ah, my lord. Walks over. Ah, you turns to you all. You've met Elfor. How did you acquire these documents?
He passed on.
Ilfor
say
was
the bandits
killed in a
got him.
raid. We were attacked by bandits on our way here.
He was the one gonna take us here, actually.
King Aurelian walks on his side. Well, that's too bad. I'm glad these documents are still in hand. I'm actually glad that you seem to have come across him. That it's very odd and unusual, but
Poor man.
My luck the best, I suppose. These
God
documents.
rest his shadow grave.
Ursus, I must request. Now, I know this may take some time, but I have a secondary favor, if you will, with these documents.
Of course.
I need you to take them to your home, to the king there. And he's referring to your home of our reverie, which you've left long ago.
Oh, boy. It's quite the journey.
It is quite far, and I understand, and you would definitely be compensated for your journey, and it will be a great favor to me, as someone I call a friend. I need this delivered to the king at once. Unfortunately, my power doesn't reign too far from Arvoxana and Tamiltown, but outside of that, I can't really offer much assistance, but I can assure you once you've arrived in the city, our reverie, the king there should be able to help you with these documents. They must reach his eyes.
And as for your problem with this oncoming battle,
My original request, I need you to gather some information for me. The elves, and he says that hesitantly with the drow woman behind him, and she kind of winces a bit at the sound of it, of Ars Arcana, which is the elven city, the first elven city on the other side of the ring. You're familiar with this. Most of you have not been outside of this particular ring, but you've traveled through there, and it's how you travel in between each of the rings. It's on the other ring.
Same ring.
Yeah, so
I would have had to gone through
so
somewhere
you
around there at some
you
point.
you do know of its existence because it's on the northern end of the mountains. So it's past the mountain range that the dwarven city is in. Excuse me, I apologize. That's our reverie. It's actually south of you. It's the city prior to the mountain range that holds the dwarven city, Ardasphere.
Okay, so I like know of it, but
You've
never been.
to your
there.
travels, I would say you probably never went that. You've been to Ars Arcana because you had to pass through to come to over to the other ring, but you're mainly just passing through. You
Okay, but at least I've been there.
You've been
I
there.
know of its.
You know of its existence, yes. Our reverie you've never been to, though. I fear the worst, and I need... He hesitates a bit, and I need information of what's going on. So, the reason I called you here is for you to travel to Ars Arcana and find out any information of what's going on there, and if you hear any whispers of...
If I had passed through Ars Arcana, would I have noticed anything?
You would have passed a few years ago, so no information of conflict at that time.
Okay.
You've been on this side of the ring for a while. It's been a few years since you've been to the Dwarven City. You wouldn't have heard any tidings of any battle or war other than small skirmishes like with bandits or highwaymen or raiders.
Of the Lost Ark.
And of course, I will compensate you for your travels, at least to Ars Arcana. I have a contact there who is willing to help me out. And Mr. Amadori,
yes. Hello.
I believe you know this gentleman.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And he looks at you quizzically. You do?
No, I really don't. Who is he?
I see. Well, he knows of you, and he's told me quite a lot about you.
Oh, that's nice.
I need you to... Last I heard from Oswald, he was in the city.
I do know who you were talking about.
I'm sure you do. I need you to find him. He is in Ars Arcana. He's expecting Ursus, but I don't believe
Times have changed.
I believe I don't remember. He ponders for a bit to remember if he's maybe alerted him to your guys' presence. No, I believe just Ursus is who's where. Anyhow, I need you to find him and see if he's completed his mission, his part of the bargain, to gather any information of any whispers or tidings in the city. And that is my current request to you.
All right.
And in return, turns to you, Ursus, I shall supply anything you need for any ideas you may have along the way.
Well, it just so happens I continue to make more and more.
Very well. And
Your Highness,
turns to you. Yes, dwarf.
may I ask a few things of you?
Of course.
Have you heard any news from the Dwarven City?
His expression darkens a bit. It's been a long time since I've even set foot close to the glorious mountain city. Even laying eyes on the gate, it still brings back a memory of glory the dwarves once had, but I'm sorry to tell you, I have not seen much of your people here in my city, nor have I heard much of communications from them, and I want to say it's been a few years now. I apologize.
Still elusive as always. Then one other thing. I wanted to ask you when I saw you the last time, but I didn't get my chance. Do you have any idea why I was thrown in prison with Ursus?
Ah, I see. So you're the one they chose. He turns to Raimi. What made you choose the dwarf? She quizzically and just scoffs at it. He was the first one I saw. I apologize. In order to keep my guards under the impression that I'm not contracting the work of our friend Ursus here, I unfortunately had to put him away to sway the opinion of some guards who were getting weary of our communication, and I needed to throw him in with someone, and apparently it seems that Raimi chose you, so my sincerest apologies. Please, if there's anything I could do, if there's anything I could do to maybe accommodate for that, I'd be more than happy to, if it's within my power, of course.
Right.
Your Highness, I don't need anything from you. I just wanted an answer.
I see. Well, if there's anything I can do for you for causing you so much trouble, please don't hesitate to let me know, and Raimi, of course.
Just keep an ear out for the dwarves.
I can do that. And of course, the offer goes to any of you, since it seems you may be tagging along with our friend Ursus here, yes? He turns to all of you.
Yeah.
Seems to be so.
I do have a question.
Amgil is just standing there. He's like shaking his head violently, like nodding, just not saying odd a thing. Like, King Voxana just kind of looks. Okay, please, if there's anything I can do for you. He turns to Nefzer. Yes.
I would like some better armor for this voyage that we're gonna do, and then I also have a question as well.
Unfortunately, I can't do really much about the armor without my guards getting weary of my plan, but unfortunately, Raimi's the only one I can trust with this, and the rest of my guard are a bit weary of any actions I take since my actions are so public, so I unfortunately can't supply you with any armor. However, a question I can definitely answer, at least to my power.
Have you been seeing any activity of the cult of Dagon recently?
He looks quizzically at you. My son, I don't know of any cult, at least that's reached my ears.
Because
He turns to Raimi. Have you heard of this? She steps forward. We've heard rumors, but nothing concrete. Nothing our squads have gone out and searched or found. Just remnants, really, but nothing to report.
because we encountered a cell, I guess you would call it a cell, perhaps, of it out. How far out of the city that cave was? Probably.
It was a few miles. It wasn't too far.
Few miles outside of Tamil, and I look over to Avilius. Can show him the skull.
Oh yeah, I'll pull out the skull. Yeah, there was some weird magic going on with the skull, but it's just a normal skull now, I guess.
So you pull out and you present the skull to King Voxana and Raimi. She, drow woman, walks over to you and grabs the skull, turns, and just shrugs her shoulders and crushes the skull in her hand.
Nice.
Well, there goes that problem.
It seems like a normal skull to me.
That was no normal skull.
What we saw in that cave was anything short of normal.
I see.
I also.
It's good I'm sent forces to Tamiltown, then, I suppose.
I also.
I always fear my... he kind of rambles on a bit. I fear my calls aren't the best these days, but...
So if you didn't know about the cult, then you had no hand in the man who was hiring us to dispose of those cult members.
He looks at you sternly, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, then you best open your ears a little wider, because there's something else going on.
I see. Raimi, he turns to Raimi. Once we're done here, establish 3 more squads and send them down to Tamil.
Tell them where
I
the
fear
cave
something is coming.
too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you describe the area where the cave is, and King nods. Okay, we'll send some guards down there. Thank you for the information.
Because I'm pretty sure those bodies are still there.
I
Yeah,
watched.
there's
It's like mush by the time they get
Just look for the mound of dirt. It's near there.
Well, that only lasts for an hour. Remember?
Yeah, it would have crumbled at this point.
No, it's a mound of dirt. Come on. Come on. Give
And
this
he's
to
like,
me.
I need to make sure my people are protected. I see. Thank you. He turns to Nefzer. Actually, he reaches in his robe for a bit and throws around. Come here, Nefzer.
Okay.
Hold out your hand. He drops 150 gold in your hand
Oh.
for your armor.
That should be enough.
It should be discreet enough for my guards to.
Does he notice, since it was my left hand that I showed a chance?
He didn't see anything.
Good.
He turns. Is there any?
What's wrong with your arm?
Oh my god.
Before I send you off, is there anything else I could do for any of you, please? It would be my pleasure since you're helping my friend Ursus here.
I do have one thing for. This isn't related to seduction for Raimi. But
He says it out loud.
no, I didn't.
Maybe now. Oh no.
How much magic do you know, Raimi?
She looks at you, tilts her head in interest for a moment, and enough.
I want to actually show her my hand. See what she can tell me about it.
Okay, so you hold out your hand. Do you show her the eye? She turns and
I mean, honestly, at that point, I wouldn't be surprised if
what do you do with this?
it's part of the possession I have of Dagon.
Possession. And she immediately like gets in front of you and like the king and holds her hand on her blade.
He's not here at the moment. You don't have anything to worry about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Possession. What are you saying?
I was cursed as a child as a vessel for Dagon.
Look of horror just like goes on her face.
I'm just staring at him.
She backs away slowly, holding her blade at the ready, and standing in front of and King Aurelian Voxana. He's just like he's looking so confused. Raimi, what is the meaning of this? And she turns and whispers in his ear, and kind of goes like this, just like so shocked.
There's a reason we brought up the cult.
I see. And you notice there's like a faltering to his voice a bit at the thought of this. This is all so new to me. I need time to process this.
Reason why I've asked, I've never been able to talk to anyone higher up like this to know of any information you have on him.
Other than, I'm sorry, son, but other than whispers and hearsay, I unfortunately probably know as much as you. Unfortunately, I don't leave much other than the escapade that I came to your home, Ursus. That was the longest I've traveled in quite a bit, and he kind of chuckles a bit at the thought of that.
I ask,
I unfortunately don't leave much, unless it's very special.
Yeah.
well, since you two are the only one that know that, I'd rather not have anybody else other than my party here and you know about this.
You know, it's said that can be done.
And that's why I'm actually
we
staying
cannot
with these.
let him fall.
And he turns to Raimi. Raimi, lower you. She gives him like a mean look, and she turns with her hands in front of her.
This is why I'm guessing this is the first time I've traveled, but with individuals, if I die, you're going to have a much worse problem than whatever you have. On your...
And he's just staring wide-eyed at you. I see.
Because I'm sure you've never encountered one of the Lords of the Abyss in this mortal plane.
I've lived on this realm for a few decades now, and I can't say I've had any of the divine or demonic affinity ever appear to me as much as I would find that interesting. And he kind of like, he laughs nervously at the thought of that. It's like, anyway, I see. Turns to Farbros. And Avilius, is there anything I could do for either of the two of you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's nothing within your power that can do what I need you to do.
He looks at you.
Replant the forest.
Make a deception check.
Oh fuck! What is that? 5.
So we have to walk down the stairs again.
Yeah, 5.
Hey, at least we aren't chained together now.
Guards, he's up now.
He stands up, and Raimi's kind of like taken aback at this, and he walks to you. And now he's right in front of your face. There's a lot I can do, at least in these parts. If there's something I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Cross my arms. Shit, where'd it go?
Hope to die.
Send me
Sorry,
more
I made a
mushrooms,
note
Paula.
for it and I totally lost it just now. And maybe you can get your men to unburn the town of Northbury.
His eyes go wide. I see. He kind of lowers his head a bit and retreats back to his throne and sits down and kind of puts his head. I can't understand and imagine the pain that you felt. But you must understand what was going on there was far beyond anything you can imagine. Very well. If you do think of something, feel free to tell me. I'm interested in your story. So if you have some time, once this is all over, I'd like to have you for tea, and maybe we can
Crumpets.
discuss what happened in Northbury.
Perhaps when
If that's a
tensions,
tantalizing offer for you.
perhaps when tensions are less high.
Well, if you think of something other than my invitation, let me know. Turns to Avilius. You're so quiet, Mr. Amadori.
Yeah, sorry, that's just me.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Is this the first time I've talked to the king? Or, like,
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
You've dealt with agents who've represented him. And the golden armor, you didn't know it was Raimi when it was in the forest, but you have dealt with her once before.
okay, cool. I guess,
Only one time, though.
okay. I'll walk up away from earshot of everybody else, and I'll pull out my watch.
Perception.
And I'll pull out my watch and ask him if there's anybody. Is there anybody who can, like, repair this, or is there?
You pull the king out of your shot?
I pull the king out of earshot.
Come on,
everybody else. Like, I walk up to the throne, kind of like whisper this quietly.
Okay.
It's like, do you know anybody who can repair this, or if you know anybody who is, I don't know, knowledgeable of this thing?
So you pull him out of earshot, but Raimi follows him.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Raimi doesn't leave his side.
Yeah, sure.
She's very wary of the 5 people. She doesn't recognize you, unfortunately, since
that's fine.
most of your dealings were in the dark. And she deals with quite a bit of people since she's the king's main representative, but you do recognize her, and she follows behind, and you present the pocket watch to the king, and he may I?
Yeah.
Okay. And grabs it from you and inspects it. Such craftsmanship. And Raimi, what do you make of this? And he hands it to her, and she looks it over, shrugs, and hands it back to the king, and hands it back to you.
Watch.
For something this odd, unfortunately, it's out of the realm of my knowledge. I apologize.
Okay.
Normally, any odd odds and ends, I usually have Ursus help me out with this. However, there is a contact I have in our reverie for the letters. Ask the king there. And tell them Aurelian Voxana grants you favor. You need to make sure to say those words. And he should be able to direct you where you may need to go to find that.
While that's going on, can I imbue like one of these seals from the notes that I have with a message?
With a message?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's in your message?
Shoot the text.
I'm too old.
So you don't have to rip it out. I could just read it if you want.
Oh, hang on. Well, let me write it down.
No, you
Oh,
can't see
okay.
anything.
No, you.
Just so you can keep it for your reference.
Alright, then I'll say one last thing to the king.
Okay. As he's walking back with Avilius from the pocket watch, he King Voxana sits on his throne once again.
All right, I'll put it away so nobody
Okay.
else sees it.
King,
He stops you abruptly. Please, Aurelian, that's fine.
one last word of caution. The dwarves are in an interesting state at the moment, and I don't know what to make of it. But they and I don't know whether, as of this moment, to you, they are friend or foe. Find any information you can, because the dwarves can be of great help or can be a downfall.
And he just puts his hand on his face and rubbing the side of it as in deep thought. I see. If I do hear anything, I will send a messenger your way, or perhaps in one of the towns, or I will have them find you. I have some of the best trackers available to me, and if I do hear anything, I will let you know.
I would appreciate that, for I am no longer welcome there.
Why is that?
They'll call me a traitor, but I have done no such thing.
Make a persuasion check.
Do it over here.
Four.
He rolled a 2.
Nice. Very nice.
I see. Well, it's not uncommon, I suppose. We're falsely labeling our own, so I've myself have made that mistake, so my condolences to you, and I hope you can find your way home someday. I really do. But again, if I find word, I will make you known. And so you imbue,
The wax seal from that note.
and then do you hand it to him?
I actually give it to Raimi.
Okay, so you gesture her to come over, and she walks up to you, and she undoes it.
Okay.
Perception.
She reads it. She hands it to the king. He reads it. Very well. Okay. I've been alerted you brought the cart here, yes?
That is Farbaros's cart, believe it or not.
Oh,
It's
I mean,
Farbaros's
it's all.
cart. That's
Yeah.
what he says.
I
He did name the horses after all.
I thought it was all of ours, but if it's mine, I guess it's mine.
It's mine. Where's almond butter and sprinkle puff?
Upon hearing the names, the king just is like, that is very interesting names for some horses, for steeds. I can't say choose them as well, but to each their own.
They're worthy steeds.
I see. Okay.
That's great.
He got us from point A to point B. That's all that matters.
Some
Well,
favorable names right there.
I've had my guard take them to the stable post. That's near Strong Spear Tavern. You will find your cart and your belongings there. That is
I
near
want my boar back. I'll be gone.
Sorry, what was it called? Near what?
Strong Spear Tavern.
All caps. Find
Okay.
pones.
Find Pones.
The pony. There we go. Find pones.
Okay.
Oh, we should have named one of them Bill.
If you go to the tavern, the innkeeper there, Helga, she is known of any steeds that come into the stable nearby. She should be able to assist you.
Very well.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
do we have to take the stairs back down?
No. And
Thank God.
Like old times.
he turns to Ursus, and out of his robe he pulls out 2 parchments, one with a yellow ribbon, one with a green ribbon, and both with the purple wax seal with the familiar lion, 2 lions and the sword.
13 inches.
The one with the yellow label he hands to you. This is for the king, for our reverie, as well as the 2 documents that you've acquired from Elfor.
Mm-hmm.
Present these to them, and they should know what to do. And hands you the one with the green label. Take this. Give this to Oswald once you arrive in Ars Arcana. This will be my latest update to him, and after he knows that he's with you all, that you're with me, he'll be able to present any evidence of his findings, and perhaps you can do some catching up, Mr. Almondori.
Man, that would be awesome. I haven't seen him in ages.
Very well. But And he screams, Argus! And out of the other chamber comes a red-robed, elderly man, human, with a scraggly white beard that goes down to like midway to his chest. And he runs out, and he's cloaked in like a brown cloak. He kneels down on one knee with his head bowed down and his hand on the floor. My liege. And he chuckles a bit. Escort our friends to Strong Spear Tavern, or at least in the alleyway behind. And he's like, but he's like, but sir, that's. He's like, it is fine. And then he turns to Raimi and beckons her over and whispers in her ear for about a minute. He's saying quite a bit to her.
It's a long minute.
And
We're just standing here.
she nods and he turns to you. I will have Raimi accompany you in just a few days. She needs to take care of some business for me, but if you don't mind staying in the city for the next few days, you're welcome in Strong Spear Tavern. Just let Helga know that Arvan, Arvan, sent you, and your rooms will be compensated.
I don't know who this Helga is, but I like her name already.
You do. And
The most beautiful name I've ever heard.
in 2 days, I'll have Raimi join you that evening. After 2 days pass in the tavern, about 8 o'clock's time. If you be there, she will give you more information of when we shall proceed. But for now, please just stay in the tavern for the next few days and on my fare, and feel free to explore the city as you like. Just, if I may humbly request, please don't cause any trouble while you're here. I must at least keep a low profile.
Look at me.
My guards don't get wary.
Keep your arms, legs, and feet all in the
I stare at
teleportation
Nefzer.
vehicle.
Crossbows and
I was literally
swords.
just standing
Yeah.
there. Sleeps!
I'm just staring Nefzer down.
Leave this tavern alone, lad.
I do want
Depends
to.
if it leaves me alone.
I swear to God.
Do you really want to mess with someone named Helga?
I do want to say.
I'll be fine.
I do want to say one thing to the king. Be like,
Yeah.
you've mentioned multiple times now that your guards are very wary of you. Why? Why is that?
He sighs, and my guards grow untrusting of me, especially with whispers of war and my passive involvement in approaching the rumors. They just grow wary with my orders becoming even stronger to defend Tamil and defend the city even more and upping patrols, and
You would think that's a good thing.
I fear they're starting to become more untrusting of me by the day. So as soon as I get this information out, the sooner I can perhaps put my guards' minds at ease of perhaps there's no tidings of war or anything like that, just hearsay. But I need to know the truth.
Very well.
All right. As I said, I'll have Remy join you in about 2 days' time. In the meantime, thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate that. And Ursus, be in contact.
Of course, my friend.
Do you guys want to do anything else? Say anything?
Beware the dwarves.
Beware
the groove. The groove. I'm glad you got that.
And so
Give
well,
back the slab.
Return the slab. What's your offer?
While everybody was talking, can I just say I was drawing the throne room?
Make a performance check.
I gotta fill up this notebook, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's yeah, okay. It's there's
I'd
16.
Draw those.
Okay. So you unfortunately don't have any color to it, but you get a decent looking like line drawing as these conversations are happening. You get the throne in there, and you get some of the pillars and columns, and you get the shape of the carpet, and you have a drawing of a drow elf in the back of the throne, with her arms crossed. Her arms kind of look like really short noodles. They don't look like quite very good.
I got a 16.
And you have Aurelian Voxana, and you notice like the squiggly beard is kind of just like little spirals that you draw. But you notice like the line work is actually not too bad. But
One of these times, I'm doing this
God.
just for the sake of getting a nat 20 just once, so I can have an awesome
that'll be
drawing.
like Picasso proportions.
Yeah, and then I'll get a nat 1 where I just draw stick figures.
And so he then turns out, Argus, if you will. I bid you adieu, my friends. And Argus hands glow blue, a bright blue light,
Keep arms, legs, and,
and he
appendages
he
in the
casts,
teleportation vehicle.
he casts Dimension Door,
Sweet.
and the floor below you vanishes, and you all drop into interdimensional space.
Awesome. Let's go.
Oh, it's a good thing you didn't say
And-
dementia door. That'd be a really weird one.
Oh,
I said dimension door.
I said dementia. I said
Dimension
door. I was like, it's a good thing you didn't say dementia door.
I forget. Before I forget. Before.
The moment it opens, where are we going?
You took my salamanders.
Whee! And as you guys are falling very quickly, if I might add, as fast as you see the vision of the throne room disappear, you now suddenly a portal appears above an alleyway, and you guys drop on the ground, and you guys now appear in a alleyway.
As a pile of ash disintegrated.
And you look around, and the dimension door vanishes above you.
oh.
And now you guys are looking around, and
I still
you're
don't understand that magic stuff, but that was really cool.
in
I think I would have rather
alleyway,
taken the stairs. I feel sick.
alleyway, and you hear, just the chatter of people walking on the road and the little crevasse that kind of dips off into the main road.
How the hell did no one see that?
We're in an alley.
There's no one in this alley.
Alleys are notoriously dark.
Although I will say there was quite a loud thud when you guys hit the ground, of all of you just like. "Ugh."
All right, everybody, act natural.
Can I roll to land on my 2 feet?
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh.
Sure. Why? Hell! Everyone make an acrobatics check.
22.
13.
15.
One moment.
Fuck.
I actually have high in acrobatics. What
You
the fuck?
did not. No, wait. What was it? What were we doing?
Acrobatics.
6 plus 8.
I can never look at.
So 8, 13, 22,
15.
15.
24.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
I have +4 in acrobatics.
So Avilius, Nefzer, and
so you got a
Ursus,
nat
you
20.
all
Yeah.
are a bit disoriented from the dimension door. However, you guys see briefly just before you exit out
Can I do a
the
backflip?
solid ground. Huh?
Can I do a
roll for
backflip?
You rolled high enough. I'll say you did a backflip as you were coming down, and you all land on your feet. However, both Farbaros and Oscar, you guys just like land on your butts. You're just like, oh.
My tailbone again.
It's the second time in the past few days. You hit your
Oh, it's
tailbone.
really sore now.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said actually we have a point of exhaustion, right? So we get a
Oh, you guys have a disadvantage for.
so we have disadvantage. Not looking to get lower than 8.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
Yeah, it was 8. I got a 12 that time.
actually, Ursus, go ahead and roll again.
I still landed
you,
on my
You took
ass.
the point of exhaustion
Sorry.
as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh!
5.
5. Okay, so you also land on your ass.
I still landed on my
But
ass.
Nefzer and Avilius, you both land on your feet perfectly, and
I do a backflip.
Nefzer does like a suave backflip just before he lands
But no
on
one
the
saw.
ground.
Show off.
No one saw it though.
I'm still laying on the ground.
As
I
you,
give myself a high five in my brain.
yeah, as
I give Barry
you're
a high
laying
five.
on the ground, and you're just kind of sitting there, just like, oh, and you're just kind of like, and both Avilius and Nefzer are staring at you guys, and
Wow,
Get
you guys
real
aren't
sick
very
of this
graceful,
shit.
are you?
I didn't know the ground was coming.
Yeah.
but
I hate this town.
Someone help me.
I just
Your time will come,
I push
Tiefling.
out my hand. And just
so you guys are now in the alleyway.
I think you guys want to go sit down to get a drink, don't
I
you?
don't want to touch my butt.
So
What?
so now the alleyway goes into the adjacent road, and you hear just walking of many people. It's about midday, so you hear just like the traveling town citizens walking through about their day.
I kind of want to go to the
Hey,
tavern.
Farbaros, do you have any of those good berries still?
No, I can. Oh yeah, that's right.
Wouldn't you want to have some actual food at the tavern?
I'm going
Just
to the
a wee
tavern,
snack.
lads.
There you go.
Yeah, this tavern's pretty good. Let's go.
I'll take one as well.
Doesn't matter. I'm walking towards wherever the entrance is. I'm just walking around the
Well,
building
I-
trying to look for it.
It only does HP. It doesn't do exhaustion. So
Okay.
Unfortunate.
So you guys,
Follow.
we'll say that you guys exit the alley
I'm
and
already
you
20
go
feet away.
on the familiar road. And actually, Oscar, as soon as you exit the alley and you turn to your left, as the king promised, you see a tavern, Strong Spear Tavern. However, Oscar, you are very familiar with this tavern. You are very familiar with this tavern. And suddenly,
it's to say barkeep.
suddenly you all notice his eyes brighten and a gleam in his eye.
Hey, you like this tavern too?
I forgot the name, but I know the place. We're going in, lads.
Me too.
Oh,
What do you do?
oh.
Oh, I'm walking towards the door.
You're walking or running?
My ass hurts. I'm walking.
Okay. Do you all follow behind?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like
okay.
limping. Oh, here I come.
So Oscar leads the charge in. You guys enter Strong Spear Tavern, and the door opens, and it's a fairly large tavern. It's a 2-story building, and you notice there's a stairwell that goes up to an upper floor. And when you walk in, you see a balcony filled with tables and chairs. So there's an upper floor for people to sit in, and then the lower floor is quite large. Has about, I want to say, about 10 or 12 tables with benches inlaid on the ends. And you see a L-shaped bar in the far right corner as you enter the room, and it is stocked. It's stocked with different kegs and barrels, and you see different liquors. And
No.
Told you guys this tavern is fantastic.
and
You're a fantastic lad.
and Oscar, you notice this first behind the bar, and wiping down the counter, sleeveless, green buff skin, voluptuous bosoms, very tall, brutish, orcish woman, and with tufts growing out on each end and brown hair put up in a low ponytail. And she hears the door open. She turns to you. Welcome. She sees you immediately. Darling! And moves around the L-shaped bar and rushes and gives you a big ol' hug. Oh my god, I missed you!
Aye, honey, I'm home.
She's just wrapping you tight in a hug. They took you away. Where did you go?
I've been a lot
You
of
all are
places.
seeing this. You're just like confused on.
I guess he's been here a lot. How come I haven't seen you?
Lass, I've been a lot of places since I left here, and very few of them good. I'm just happy to be back.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. And she now notices after like embracing you, and she turns to. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome.
Hello.
This is Strong Spear Tavern. Are these your are these your friends?
Aye, these have been my traveling companions for God, well over a week now. What is it? Going on 2 now, aren't we?
Longer than usual, huh?
Aye, but
Usual?
boy, we have been on quite a journey so far. I think it's time for us to have a seat and have a drink.
I see. Okay. And she runs back to the bar. Come. And she beckons all of you to come towards. And there's about 7 or 8 seats on the L-shaped bar. And I mean, she beckons you over.
Sure.
You guys just go and sit at the bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And she starts just pouring. She starts pouring ales.
Jacob's having a seizure over here.
She starts pouring. She gets out tankards and she starts pouring different ales from different barrels. So you notice that she's giving you quite the smorgasbord of different ales, and she then gets out different glasses and starts pulling what appears to be harder liquor from the mid shelf and pouring in there. Please drink. And she hands them to you, and then.
Oh, is that anticlimactic?
Solid, sorry.
Fair enough.
There wasn't any ice.
No beer slushy.
Yes, this one's clean.
And then she lays all of your tankards in front of you with your hard liquor glasses as well, and then she she grabs the tankard for you, Oscar, and it's a familiar green stained tankard, and it's a normal tankard, so it has the iron parts of it, but it's a green stained tankard, and she's like, I kept it for you. And it's a tankard that you're familiar with. She's made a tankard for you since you used to come in here so often. And she's like, oh, I missed you so much. I really did. And she hands you the tankard and sets it down in front of you and pulls away. So, where have you been? Tell me what happened.
Aye, well, where to start the story? My gosh.
Yeah, I'm interested too. I don't even know your story. I've been on travel for a week.
Well, I've been on travel a long time now. And then I found my home. Well, I mean, the tavern here.
And she turns to the rest of you. He's such a sweetie. He's the best.
That's one word.
She turns to you and immediately she expression changes. What do you mean by that?
Glad they warned you about the tavern.
I'm just not into men. I mean,
Netzer, I will not bring you into a tavern if you fuck this one up.
I'm not
you will
breaking
wait.
anything yet.
She just turns away from you and smiles again at Oscar. Please
Can I slap
tell me.
Brian again?
No.
Thank you. I was gonna break the tankard over his head.
Bar fight.
Don't you do this shit again?
Well, let's say I was escorted against my will somewhere and I did not know why. And that's where I met the man over here, whose name is Ursus.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi. Hello.
And we happened to be, stuck in a cell for a while. And when we were let out, the last thing I remember was being in a town called Tamil. And that's where I met the rest of these fine gentlemen.
We'll say for the better part of hour and a half, 2 hours, you just spend the time drinking and
What's the name of the tavern again?
Strong Spear Tavern.
Strong.
And I can't believe you kept it last.
Strong.
I swear the ale smells better in here than any other mug.
I see. I'm so glad you're back.
I'm happy to be back. There ain't no tavern in the world quite like this one.
Me too. And she kind of puts her hands forward and just like oogling at you, staring. Her blouse like dipping down a bit. She's just staring at you, just listen. And during this time, she's just listening to your tale and listening to you explain. And you make mentions of like Avilius Nefzer, like the events that happened, and you eventually get through the entire tale of what you've been through, and leaving out the part of meeting with King Aurelian Voxana. As
I was going to.
you feel the importance of maybe not mentioning that.
Can I ask what's her name again?
Helga Strongspear.
Helga, can I have the house special of food tonight?
And she looks at you. Kind of gave you like the look before, but now she's like, "I'll see what I can do."
Someone's
Okay.
gonna poison the night.
I think I have an immunity. Oh wait, I have an immunity fired.
So you
She could poison mine. I have advantage against it.
do dwarves really have an advantage?
Advantage against poison.
Nice.
so
I have a poisoner's kit.
I swear.
poison me. That not de-poison me.
That's the point.
That's a good thing.
Poisoning.
so you after you finish your story, she turns to you. Oh, how long do you plan on staying here?
2 days, wasn't it?
As long as I can, lass.
And her face just brightens up. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I swear you're even lovelier than the last time I saw you.
As are you. Your beard has grown. Much wispier now.
Thank you, lass. I grew it myself.
Oh, I bet you did.
You know, I wasn't much into beards. Then it grew on me.
Jeez.
And she turns to Oscar, and she grabs your hand, and she's like, "I want you to stay here. If you're going to be here for a few days, don't worry about it. It's on me." And she turns to you, and unfortunately, I'll have to charge all of you, though. I have to run a
Whoa.
business as...
Lass, actually, Arvan, said he knows ya and sent us.
Oh, I see. And how long were you staying?
Wasn't it 2 days? It was 2 days. Wasn't it for to wait for?
Well, at this point,
they said
at this
2
point in
days.
time,
and he told you to have Raimi will be coming that following evening.
Also,
That evening on the second day.
yeah. So
as far as we're aware, we'll be staying about
one night,
3 days.
one night.
Well, it's 2 days away until.
So
So
two
today,
night-
So at least-
tomorrow, and then the next day after that is when
And
Rain's
if she's
coming.
coming in the evening, we might need to stay there. I'm not sure if this place has a curfew as well.
That's she hears you say that, and she's like, "There's no curfew. What is this curfew?"
Part of being in Tamil Town. There's something
Ah.
weird going on there.
Yeah, I heard that there's a lot of guards going there. I didn't realize there was a curfew though. That's unfortunate.
But we'll at least be staying a few days, lass.
Okay, well, if Arvin sent you, then, well, it's good for business, I suppose. Okay, well. And she reaches behind the desk, or behind the counter, and grabs a few sets of keys.
Before we do that, can we ask about almond butter and sprinkle puff?
I'm sorry?
Sorry,
that's the
two
stable.
horses in a carriage.
Yes, a few hours ago.
Yes. Some guards brought the tan and white horse with a wagon. They said that Arvin would be sending their owners, and I guess that's you all. So
Yes, they're almond butter and
Sprinkle puff.
Sprinkle puff.
they're so cute.
Wonderful creatures.
Turns to you. They sound amazing.
Yeah, you should definitely have a deep comment. They can have a deep conversation.
Okay. And
Don't worry, lass, he's not as crazy as you think.
not as crazy as you, I bet.
I get into my share of...
Two times, one game.
For the second time tonight.
Want a mushroom?
She turns to you. She turns to Farbaros as she hears, I haven't had a mushroom since I was a little girl.
Plunk. Here you go. All yours. Just right from the chest.
Yeah,
Just
actually,
All natural mushroom.
El natural.
grab a handful. They're all yours.
Do you keep them in your shirt?
I kind of pull it down just a little bit to show they're growing from my chest.
Lass, you can say they're homegrown.
All organic.
She just laughs nervously and she hands the mushroom back to you.
No MSG, I promise.
I think I'm okay.
Probably a good idea.
You ate the mushrooms.
Yeah, I know. I regret it.
And they're growing from his foot now.
I regret it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
I'm gonna be a mushroom.
None of you knew that, by the way. Only except Ursus and Avilius.
Well, he just told me.
Nepter, you wouldn't have
say
known that.
Shut up.
I'm going to be a mushroom. Like that's just gonna happen.
We're all just a spore in the mushroom world.
All right. Well, she reaches behind the counter, grabs a few sets of keys. Each is a room of two, just upstairs. Any of the rooms will do. Please go ahead and make yourselves comfortable. And she goes ahead and reaches behind the desk for rumbles behind or not the desk, the counter, excuse me, and pulls out a few documents. It appears to be just some ledgers, and shuffling through them, takes out a slip of paper, hands it to Farbaros. Here, those are for your horses. Talk to the stable master there, and he should be able to release them to your custody as long as you give him the writ. Tell him Helga sent you, and he'll be able to release them. And please drink, and dinner will be served in a few hours. It's about 3 o'clock right now. Dinner will be made in a few hours, so make yourselves comfortable.
Oh, lass, I'm already comfortable.
Oh no.
I'll make sure you're more comfortable.
Oh, I hope you will.
Yeah, I was
lass.
about to say he's gonna get more comfortable later.
I clap some cheeks tonight.
She hears you say that. Ursa said, "Oh, how I wish I could." And she turns and starts just doing general duties. She starts cleaning the tavern, and you guys are left at the bar to your own devices. So
I'm just gonna look at him. There's a slight difference in cultures, lad.
Oh no, that was me saying it, not Farbaros.
Well, but you acknowledged it.
what?
We're like clapping cheeks
Oh
tonight.
yeah. I was just laughing.
I'm like, oh, Paul acknowledged it, it's canon.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Drinking the rest of the day.
Oh, I'm just.
Day drinking.
Yeah, I haven't been in this
drinking,
tavern in
let's
so
get up.
long.
Yeah.
I need to.
Here next to my good pal over here.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys drink for just the next few hours.
I'm gonna go to the room.
I might go to my room as well. And
What time?
keep
Okay.
working on that.
Well, so you guys have 3 rooms. Each holds a room of 2.
I'm just sitting here like.
Who's rooming with whom? Oscar.
We have 2 rooms.
You have 3. She gave you 3 keys.
So somebody gets a room. He's gonna get a room by himself.
You get
probably.
she strongly encouraged that Oscar gets his own.
I'll go with Farbaros.
Okay. So Ursus and Avilius are gonna room together. Okay. So you two retreat to your rooms. You stay at the bar.
Sorry, what? I'm just watching Helga.
Okay. Do you just remain at the bar?
Yes.
Okay. Avilia?
Just watching Helga.
Sorry, I blinked. What?
Or are you just sitting at the bar as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah, definitely. This tavern is great.
Nestor, what are you doing?
You know the great
You're going
part
to your room. You're going to your
about
room.
this
Barbaros.
bar here?
What time of day is it?
It's about 3 o'clock.
So
in the afternoon.
mahogany.
I want to
You're
go out of the bar and kind of walk about the city and look for a quiet spot to see if I could kind of construct just a small, out of sight little shrine.
Okay.
It's just a mound of dirt.
All right.
Good. I got a
And
stone.
so, before you leave, do you say anything, or do you just leave?
No, I just I'm gonna go about on a little bit of a walk. I'll be back. And I just
lad. Don't cause any trouble while you're out.
yeah, I don't really want to. Not around here, at least.
So you leave and you walk about the city and making sure to keep an eye on the road and making sure you can find your way back. And since you're looking for a quiet place, go ahead and make an investigation check for me while you're walking to your destination.
God damn it.
You two retreat to your rooms. Do you guys do anything for the rest of the day or
God damn it.
rest of the evening?
I was gonna keep working on that design that I was working on in the cart.
Okay. How long do you want to work on it? Just like for the rest of the day and rest
Till
of the
dinner
evening?
time.
Till dinner time. Okay. We'll say dinner time's at 7 o'clock. So we'll say you got about 4 hours work done, which I would say is probably the better part of. Go ahead and roll d20 for me.
Just the normal D20. 11.
11. I will say with the better part of 4 hours in that roll, you've
Foam on that
completed your construct we discussed earlier.
Already?
Yeah.
Damn, you're so
You did
good.
lose your coils though.
Aw.
Okay, that's fair.
How will you vape without the coils?
Oh no.
no. My nicotine addiction.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that got done quicker. than I
That was for
thought.
your level 3 thing, right? That's what we were referring to.
No, that was something else entirely.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
believe
was
I
about to say,
misunderstood.
wait a
Oh, okay, I misunderstood you. What did you? Oh, it's for. Give me this.
Give me that.
Oh, you got your.
It's a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of,
got it.
just a bunch of stick figures. Wow. Have you been like writing or drawing shit the past while?
Well, writing.
If you're just
That's why I brought
Wait,
this.
did you go up to your room or are you sitting at the bar?
No, I'm in the
Blueprinting.
room. That's why I
okay.
also brought this because I can work on that too.
Blueprinting.
Which page did it on?
It's on the one yeah. Yeah, that. Okay, sorry. I misunderstood you. I thought you were working on the other thing.
Other
Okay.
thing.
My mistake.
He's making a helicopter.
So you got. So I'll have to because I thought that's what you were working on earlier as
first
well. So the
thermonuclear.
30%.
What would that be?
I'll rescind that to about 5%.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry,
That's
I
fine. No,
that's my
fine.
fault.
I
That's a
was like,
misunderstanding.
That's way too
Yeah.
fast. Are you
Oh,
sure?
no.
Yeah, that was 5%, and I'll say with the
Those-
better
the
part of
first letter,
4
Ursus is you.
with the better
you,
part of the
Unabomber.
4 hours in that roll, I'll say you got about up to 12%.
Illuminati
So
confirmed.
12% total.
Yeah, total toward 12% total towards the goal of creating. At this point, you've gotten the basic structure of it down, and at this point, you haven't put any arcane properties into it, but you have at least the basic concept of the mechanism down, but at this point, you get the sense that it's far from any sort of testing that you have to do.
Oh yeah.
He's building a Trojan horse, but in the middle it's just a thermonuclear weapon.
Yeah, right. All right. So you spend the better part of the evening doing that, and then while that's being done, Nestor, you retreated to your room. Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna try talking to Dagon again. See.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and get to that in just a moment, and then
I'll almost have to leave the room for that.
Avilius, you're sitting at the bar with Oscar as he's oogling at Helga as she walks around the tavern, cleans, mops, and turns and gives the occasional wink to Oscar. Do you do anything?
I'm just enjoying my tasty drink.
Barry starts speaking. Hey, did you find it?
To find it?
Yeah.
No.
The drink?
Not yet. No.
No?
No. I'm working on it. All right.
Okay.
No, I'm getting there.
Did you ask?
Well, I haven't asked. I've been enjoying my time now that I'm back in the city.
Okay,
but-
you should ask.
Okay, I'll ask.
Okay, you need to ask.
Okay, I'll ask.
You need to ask.
Shut up.
Okay, fine. You don't hear Barry anymore?
Oh, thank God.
Aye, was that Betty again?
Yeah.
What is he asking about?
I remember how I said I really want like the best drink possible.
Aye,
Yeah, he's asking about that.
you want the best drink here?
I kind Yeah.
All right.
Okay. She sees you like wave your hand, and she notices that you're starting like to wave your hand, and she's like, oh, and she runs over to you, and she goes behind the counter. What can I get you, dear? Anything for you?
Let's see.
I'm staring at the mahogany bar. I rolled for mahogany earlier.
I rolled for mahogany too.
What'd you get from mahogany?
17.
7.
What?
It's a mahogany bar.
I've
I
been
was literally like, the moment I like whispered to him, I was like, the greatest thing about this bar, it's all mahogany. And then both of us rolled. I didn't know you got a 17 too.
17.
That's incredible.
Damn.
Wow.
Make it super mahogany.
I've been staring down this mahogany bar.
Mahogany's
Okay.
Mahogany.
That should be a
So she
band.
comes over to you. What can I do? Anything.
I'll put the silver down on the counter. And, lass, pour your finest ale for my lad over here.
She pushes the silver back. For you, anything. No, this is an interesting, Avilius. As soon as Oscar asks this request, she's like, one moment. And there's a door that heads what you would assume is a cellar behind the bar. So she leaves behind the door, and she's gone for about maybe 3 minutes or so. She's gone for a decent amount. And then you hear some steps in the back of like heavy feet hitting the floor, like, and she swings open the door, does that exact motion. A glass jug filled with like golden, like amber liquid just sitting there. I've been working on this myself. You know.
Oh, like I imagine a choir is just singing in my head as I look at this.
And she pops the cork that's on it and fills your tankard, hands it to you. Now be warned. I know Oscar can handle it, but sail faint for everybody.
I'm in awe. I'm not worthy of this drink yet. Okay. I say thanks, and I'll take a drink.
Okay. As soon as it hits your lips, hips your lips, like I said last time.
Last time, yeah.
Every time
Running
hits
theme.
your lips. I will try and articulate
Enunciate.
better. Your taste buds are filled with notes of a very strong hoppy flavor, but also like almost citrusy at the same time. It's very similar to like a tangerine like IPA of sort, and I have a feeling you're about to taste it from Oscar's drink.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so this is something you haven't quite experienced before, and it's pretty damn good.
Wow. I think this is top of the bar so far.
That means a lot to me.
Like this is. I knew this tavern was awesome before, but now it's just like even better.
Vlad, now you've got the inside.
I'll throw down a gold piece for that.
She happily accepts. Thank you. I need more money to go ahead and supply and make sure I can keep making it. But if you ever want more, just ask.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, the best part is you basically described the beer I'm drinking now.
Right.
It's hoppy and citrusy, right?
Yeah, it's exactly
You like
that.
exactly described the drink I have now.
Considering the amount of like shitty ale you guys have had like the past week at like Tamiltown, which is like pretty like below the bar of like liquor, other than the whiskey that you had,
Yeah. Below the bar.
this is some pretty good stuff.
So this is like top of the bar.
This is above the bar.
This is almost like top shelf ale.
Bruh.
Now, Farbaros, as these two are drinking their day away,
Thank
I
you.
rolled an 8
you rolled an 8.
on investigation.
Oh boy. It takes you probably the better part of an hour and a half just
Find one
wandering
tree.
wandering through the city, but eventually you do make your way back to that plaza with we'll say the gallows, and you do notice a small alleyway about southwest of those gallows, and you proceed down that alleyway, and you do notice a dead end of stone and building, but it's a small enough clearing and hidden away from the main street.
I think this will do. And shit, I don't know. Are there any loose stones nearby? I'm just checking something.
I mean,
real quick.
with the alleyway, there's dirt ground, and you see like some
okay.
like loose stone, some gravel.
God damn it! Why does it
Adds
do
food
this?
coloring to rocks.
Fuck you. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take whatever I can find. It's loose ground, so I'll do maybe a little mold earth or.
The dirt just grows mold. Damn it!
Yeah, I'll do like a little mold earth, nothing in too crazy, just simple.
For the hell
Kinda
of it, roll a
elevate
d20
it.
for me.
Fuck, this one's been mean to me. I don't really want to
Do a
roll
different
it.
one.
You have a whole box.
Yeah.
know.
You have all these dice.
I know. But I have commitment issues. I overcommit. All right. Well, fuck you too. Hate you, dice. 7.
Okay. So
No better. Literally the same. 7.
and actually, it would be disadvantage because you got the point of exhaustion too.
Yeah, 7.
7. What was the other one? Just out of curiosity.
18.
Damn, that
I
sucks.
know.
All right, so you just from being so exhausted from climbing those stairs earlier, you raise your hand and you attempt to mold the earth. You get some loose dirt and gravel that erupts from the ground into almost looks like a small gravestone, and with what looks like an
Fitting.
anthill on the side of it.
Yeah.
That's about as far as you get with that.
Befitting for a stone coffin like this city. Yeah. Okay. I'll just kind of arrange it.
Okay.
I don't have anything
Hell,
in
make a performance
particular.
check while we're at it.
Fuck you! Oh shit, that went flying.
4. No, it was a 4.
Is it 4?
Piss off.
It was
Okay.
cocked anyway, so.
13.
I
Ha.
wanted him to
Oh, it's
fail.
disadvantage, so it'd be 4. I don't know.
Well, roll. That one doesn't count, so it's cocked. So.
I've been rolling shit all night. Fuck you.
Same here. Fuck you, 7.
You're really
Just
exhausted.
fucking
so you're trying
tired.
to
I'm like,
just
God damn it.
arrange it around, but I mean,
It's like right
you
now,
play
I'm
some
fucking
stones near to
exhausted.
it. You kind of like make a happy face out of the rocks, but it looks
Yeah.
pretty
Turns out to be a
miserable.
frowny face. No.
Okay. I give up. I'm just gonna meander on back. Just kind of think about what's been happening today. Like,
So as this is going on, Nefzer, you retreated back to your room and you now close the door, lock it behind you, and what do?
Dagon, I call upon you. We need to talk.
Should we all leave the room for this? I feel like we should leave the room for this one.
No response.
I say again, we need to talk.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright, fine, I'm coming. Jesus.
or what?
What'd you get?
Oh, my loaded dice.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me just toss it. Toss me.
Toss me.
It's fucking weighted.
Did it roll 20?
Hold on.
I was saying that 20.
Well, been using that same die for the last 2-3 sessions.
20.
You lucky motherfucker.
Like 6
All
Yeah, I
right.
was gonna say, I'm like,
All right, natural 20. So, as you call out the first time, nothing really happens. However, you move away from the door into the center of the room and you sit and you focus, your eyes closed, and you call upon him once again, and the familiar laughter fills your mind. And as you're closing your eyes,
Okay, that dice.
you see a different form that you're not familiar with. Almost a shadowy, wispy figure with shadowy clouds, almost like dark clouds, like moving across the body, and it looks a form that almost could appear human, but you don't see any facial expression other than a central glowing yellow eye as you're meditating in focus.
And to what do I owe the pleasure?
I believe it's time for another gift.
And what do you propose?
If you can make me weapons, I think it's time for some armor on top of this.
No response for a moment, and you see the shadowy figure disappear from your vision. Your eyes open. No response after you ask that.
Kill the dwarf.
What? I decided to just take out my sword and out of anger and just stab it into the fucking ground.
Okay, so
The floor?
Yeah.
the red eye, the eye on your left hand glows. Your
Oscar Midi.
your short sword appears, and you, out of frustration, you slam it into the ground
And I just go to the bed and just go lay down.
All of us downstairs.
and go lay down in your bed. Okay. Do you go to sleep, or you just laying there?
I'll try to get some rest until.
Okay. Do you actually like sleep, or just kind of like resting?
Yeah, resting.
All right. And so, as you all are moving about and towards the evening,
I gotta back my
looking
pose.
to get your dinner, as we'll go ahead and end for tonight.
Damn it, we never got dinner.
No, let's roll tonight.
Roll for dinner.
We'll get dinner next time.
A 19 and a 7.
Damn it, 11.
God damn, my only good roll tonight. Anyway.
My one natural one.
Right.
Thanksgiving or Little Caesars.
All right. So we'll have to continue it next time. So thank you all so much for coming and watching We Eat the Dragon Meat.
Bless you.
If you happen to come across our video, please go ahead and leave any feedback. We'd love to listen and hear your tales as you're listening to ours. Go ahead and subscribe if you'd like, but
Or not.
required to.
Whatever
Or
you
not.
want.
Roll a d20 for how stupid we are.
Yeah. Roll your d20s and send us pictures in the comments. We have to see it.
One.
Let us know if I can see that.
So
Tag pictures on the YouTube
we'll wrap
comments.
up, and we'll see you guys
don't think
next
you can
time.
do
Thank you
that,
so much for
actually.
watching, and
That'd be in training.
bye.
And we're gone.
And we're gone.
We're gone.
You asshole.